BCTV, impacting through the gospel.
Now, I never person would Jimmy Pam, my prayer, my power, I am called. My prayer, my power.
Courage in the Lord. Do not look at that situation. Do not look at that problem. Do not look at that dry land.
Seeking for some, asking someone, asking for some, looking for a particular.
Thank you.
BCTV, impacting through the gospel.
Now, I never person would Jimmy Pam, my prayer, my power, I am called. My prayer, my power.
Courage in the Lord.
Lady man, I'm a custom. Obi ujana hati. Any panados mean you won't pay. Walk to hospital. Jesus. Ya catch us when you're HIV. What general prayer first when you're HIV? No tears. Jesus. And you look at that. Yes, Lord. Obi be a doctor ma bad report. Rahata. Yes, Lord. Brent tetes could be a dose. Alen de brecatus could be a repedes kabahata. Rapa. Jesus. Afe. Me who Angela. Or Cheba. Eba. Yes, Lord. Eba. Yes, Lord. Eba. Yes, Lord. Never pepper. Jesus. Yes, Lord. Never pepper. Jesus. Never pepper. Jesus. I don't bring in. Yes, Lord. Never pepper. Jesus. Eba. Yes, Lord. And Tafo. Yes, Lord. And Tafo. Hey. And Tafo. Yes, Lord. And Tafo. Yes, Lord. Obuja in Tema. Unko wu enwuta. Jesus. Yemfa wo ba mafie na wo ma. Amen. Me twem. Amen. Obi biara ha wo ha. Jesus. A wonyam. Na wo so da ye basa basa. Eye wo Jesus. Na me twem. Amen. Me so nya me twem. Amen. Onya me twem. Amen. Onya me twem. Amen. Afa Awurade Jesus. Obi a wo da ne so ha. Aw. Obi a wo eta ne so ha. Aw. Obi a wo da ne so ha. Jesus. Obi a wo da ne so. Hey. Glory to man. I dare be no brabo when you yam dia prepare. When you yam them. The chip when you yam them. Yes, Lord. Make two when you yam glory at them. When you yam them. Yes, Lord. We use so Christ. Amen. After impartation by your chuma. And there will be out here. As we are celebrating the triumphal entry, Alukoto, dear Rusie, and then our ninja. Every say you never leave here the same. Malika Tayabaha, and the dear Rusie Wakomemo. Every say, Lord in no, you will leave the Lord here before you leave. Mali Patosaba, there was one in the swatcher. This is the time. There was one in the swatcher. Nandi Komubu and none of pay was ye or day. No one my home. Come on, receive power. Every say in the crystal. Every say and there is a divine visitation. Malupa.
This program is proudly sponsored by Benbeni Travel and Consult. For your passport, visa, and other genuine traveling documentation, locate Benbeni Travel and Consult at Osuforiko Mall. Contact Benbeni on 0244 362 445. Are you looking for the best engineering company for any kind of automation works like roofing and block making machines, construction and batching plants, and many more? Then Freop Automation is your best option. Locate us at Amasaman Ajen Kotoku. Call Freop Automation Limited on 050-493-9395 for all your media works, video coverage, media setup, graphics, sound, and many more. Contact Lightest Multimedia on 054-817-9863. Are you in need of logistical services like import and export, freight management, and many more? Then contact Priest Logistics on 0246-658-16 261 or 0244 777 276. Prissy Logistics is located at Captain House, Tema Community 5, Room 3, behind Hunch Catering Services. Decovas Enterprise provides services like wedding decor, wrapping, funeral decor, floral arrangements, and many more. Locate Decovas Enterprise at Tema Community 2, opposite the post office. Contact 0244 260080 or 0243 602 2021. Decovas Enterprise. Say it all with flowers. For all occasions you require beauty services like hair washing, makeup training, wig making, hair braiding, manicure, pedicure, and many more, reach out to Crash Makeovers Beauty Parlor off the Mataheko Afienya Road. You can contact Crash Makeovers Beauty Parlor on 0548 247 845 or 053 598 9444. Crash Makeovers Beauty Parlor. Beauty beyond imagination. Do you have a dream of helping the kingdom business and sending salvation to the doorsteps of people? Abba Partners is here for you. Join Abba Partners now and together win souls for Christ. Call 0243 804 676 to be a partner now. Join Promised Land Faith Ministries International every Monday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. for Bible study. Log on to Promised Land Faith Ministries International on Facebook to join for a divine prophetic encounter. Join our Faith Hour service every Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and on Friday, Manifestation Half Night, 7 p.m. Promised Land Faith Ministries International holds 2 services on Sunday, 8 a.m. to 12 noon at Faith Temple, Tema Community 1 and 6:30 p.m. at Atadeka Branch, 40 Rooms, Coco Junction. Remember that we bring you a 3-day power-packed conference every last weekend of the month. Friday, Dominion all night at 9 p.m. Saturday, prayer and deliverance session. Sunday, victory service. He is God. He can do all things.
Hello, good afternoon to you all, my wonderful viewers. It's always a pleasure to have you join me on Health Talk. Today is another exciting episode, and you know how we do it. It's always a different thing, but very critical to discuss. Last month, October, we had the Pink October series, and I believe that you really learned a lot and well educated so that we demystify the myths about breast cancer. Today, we're going to a different tangent. Usually, it's all about diseases and stuff, but today, we're looking at the emotional health of children. And before I introduce our special guest for today, I'd like to touch on briefly about Promise City TV. And some of you may know Promise City TV stands from Promised Land Faith Ministries, which is currently located at Tema Community 1, behind the Goil Filling Station. And that is the Faith Temple. We have 3 temples. So the Faith Temple at Tema Community 1, then Victory Temple at Ashiama Atadeka, and Dominion Temple located at Dojum of the Shire Hills, Akosombo Road. So quickly to touch on the activities or programs held in person. On Wednesdays at the Faith Temple is Faith Hour from 9 a.m. Then on Friday is Manifestation Half Night starting at 9 p.m. And then on Sundays, we always blessed to have 2 services. In the morning at 9 a.m. at the Faith Temple located at Tema Community 1. And then in the evening at the Victory Temple located at Ashiama Atadeka, 6 p.m. So if you happen to be in any of these areas at these times, you're always welcome to join us to fellowship. Then Promise City TV, which is this channel, is a Christian channel, and so we have a lineup of activities here to help you grow in your spiritual walk. Aside the Sundays services in person, so you're always welcome to join us on the channel. On Mondays is an online Bible studies. Then on Wednesdays we have a powerful exhortation time with our sister Erabi. Thursdays at 3 p.m. is inspirational hour with Pastor Jessica. And then so from Monday through to Friday, we always have visitation hour with our mother, Apostle Mrs. Bernice Ajiman Prempe. Then on Sundays, I always come your way on Health Talk at 4 p.m. with interesting discussions on important topics. Okay, so that's it for Promise City TV and Promise Land Faith Ministries. You're always welcome to join us at any time. If you also have any products or services, goods that you want to advertise on this channel, kindly call the numbers on your screen and we'll have them advertised here for you. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, today is very, very interesting as we have a special guest with us, and we're going to talk about parenting, looking at the emotional health of our children. And we have a special guest, and she is a real estate consultant. I know, right? I mean, no, some of you may be asking, you'll be expecting a health professional here, but the tables have turned today. And so please, I don't want you to move away from your screens. Sit back, relax, and don't let anyone miss out. So kindly click on the share button for me. Invite others to be part of this very important topic, because trust me, we've been having conversation before this, and you can't afford to miss this at all. You can't afford to miss this. So she's a real estate consultant, and she has over 10 years experience in the industry, whether mortgage, real estate, sales, property management. We'll talk more about that later. You can get her contact if it's allowed on the channel, and then you can reach out to her if you have any needs in this area. But today she's focusing on child emotional health. She has a deep passion for this, and which is why she's doing this with us today. She'll throw a little more light on it, why she went into she's so passionate about this important topic, and then we'll pick up the conversation from there. So I know you're not with us here in the studio, but with whoever you are, please help me to welcome Mrs. Eugenia Oredu. Eugenia Oredu.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. All right. You're welcome, Mrs. Eugenia.
Thank you very much, Abigail.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So, child emotional health, parenting beyond the surface. One would think that parenting, or once you give birth, you know how to parent. You've watched your parents do it for years with you, so it's easy to pick up. But one scripture struck me today, which is that children are gifts from God.
Exactly.
And we will definitely give accounts of our kids. But how do we nurture them? How do we go about it? I mean, especially for those who didn't like the way they were nurtured, it didn't go well. How then do we take care of our kids now? How do we prepare ourselves to handle our children so that they don't go through what we went through and we didn't like? How do we help them?
Right.
And for the first place, if we don't know what to do, it's easily to translate what we went through to them.
To them.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
That's true.
And so that is why today we've invited you here to help us discuss this topic. And I mean, you've been to your parents, and you've seen the side of being a child, and now your parents learned a bit about it and all that. So it's an honor to have you here to share with us.
Thank you very much, Abigail. And thanks for the opportunity. I think while we were speaking earlier, I mentioned that this is not a field that I practice as in work, but it's a passion I have built over time. When I started giving birth, and I realized that these children can't be brought up the way we were brought up back then, because there's a lot going on now, and we need to help them. If you don't help them, other people will do. And
how
are
sure
they getting
what
exactly
you're teaching
the
them
right,
the right
information?
thing?
How are you helping them navigate this world as it is? And so I became very passionate about kids, about helping them to understand their environment, helping them to understand their sexuality. And so I'm someone who advocates for sex education for children, and also helping them to understand their emotional and psychological well-being, which is why I think we interacted, and I'm here. So it's something I'm really passionate about, because I feel that we were left to figure things out ourselves. So you're giving birth, you walk around, nobody cares how you feel, nobody cares whether you are happy today, who cares? Once you're fed, you're expected to go back to school, get the work done, and then you move on. And so we grew up like that. Most of us didn't even know ourselves. Not to even talk of the things we like, things we don't like, the people we are happy to be around with, and all that. And we carry all this baggage into relationships, into friendships, into even marriage. And it's creating a whole lot of problems for us. And I believe that if we do better now, we will have a generation who are psychologically and emotionally sound and are able to carry on relationships much better than we are doing now. And so, yes, I mean, I love to have these discussions, if you ask me.
I really felt the passion with which you spoke the first time you spoke about this, and I didn't even ask what you were into. I just assumed, okay, she's into child health and all that. And the further asked, I was like, whoa, she's a real estate consultant. Oh my God. Then that there must be something that have triggered you to go into this. Would you like to share a bit?
Yeah, sure. I always say that I kind of had a difficult childhood. I didn't really spend much time with my parents. I mean, I never met my father. My mother really didn't have time. Most of my childhood was with like aunties who really helped. I mean, they were very helpful in bringing us up. But at the time, I realized that there were a lot of things that interest you, but nobody cares. Whether you are happy or not, that's entirely beside the point. Once you are fed, you are going to school, your fees are being paid, that's it. But I realized it didn't help me because I felt I could have be a much better person than I am now. If I had the opportunity, if I had somebody to really open my eyes to some of these things before I got here. And so I'm like, no, I don't want to do my children this disservice of not letting them know what it is. So I started with my children. I interact a lot with my children. And I remember when my mom was alive, may her soul rest in peace, she used to say that, like, you will hear me speak with my kids in the room and it's like I'm talking to an adult. I'm not. Sometimes even as young as a baby, like I will be talking to them and she's like, who were you talking to? I said, well, I was just talking to them. I mean, she wonders how I do it. And that's it. So I started speaking to them about how they feel, their emotions, about their life aside academics. Okay, their social life. I became very interested. And then I share my experiences with them as well. Now I ask myself, if it ends with just my children, they are certainly going to interact with other people out there. And so I started speaking to children within my circles. So maybe friends
kids.
Exactly. In the church as well, because they interact with me. And these are people they are going to meet every now and then. And so I can't bring up my children in a way expecting that they will fit in. What happens to the other children out there? And I know there are a lot of people, you see, through no fault of us, we find ourselves in this situation. There are a lot of parents who don't know how to go about this. I have interacted with quite a number of parents. Anytime they hear me talk about this the first time, they are like, it has never crossed my mind to do this. And I said, well, that's the more reason why we need to interact a lot more. So that's what gave me that awakening. I was like, no, we need to do better for these children. And that's what actually encouraged me to go into this aspect of child well-being.
Okay. I mean, some may say in our and parents will say they have a lot on their mind, thinking about work, thinking about their marriage. There may be issues in there.
I tell
you just hello, hi, how is school?
It goes beyond that. It goes beyond that. I mean, I usually spend time with my children on Sundays. I'm quite busy as well.
Oh, so I've pulled you out.
Yes. So today when I was stepping out, where are you going? I said, oh, I'll be back. I'll be back very soon.
Please, mommy will be back soon.
You see, so usually on Sundays we spend time. I actually go to the extent of asking them what they like about me, what they don't like about me, what they like about their siblings, what they don't like about them, what they think we should do better, and all those things. And that is just to get to know them and also for them to get to know themselves. Because I feel that at a point, they themselves, they don't even realize it. You'll be surprised some of the things they will tell you. Sometimes when you ask them. My 6-year-old, you know, she was telling me, you know, one thing I realized about adults, you say something and then you come back and say it again. You see how observant she is? So yesterday she was this, I've realized another thing about adults. and for me, it's very interesting. It means she's conscious of her environment. She's conscious of the things. So, and I think we always say this, that children don't listen to whatever you are telling them.
No. It's
they watch you. They look at you. So forget all that you are saying. All she knows is that you say one thing, you go and come back and say it again. You get it.
Yeah.
And for her, it just fascinates her that adults, and she's realized that she as a child, she doesn't do that. But she's seen that it's an adult thing. You get it. And for me, that's the most interesting bit of parenting. We've taken it too serious that we neglect the most important aspect of it, and the fun bit of it. How many parents just take their kids out just to go sit somewhere, enjoy the breeze, have fun, and then just come back home? Even if you are taking them to the playground, you are taking them to the playground just
and
so
you
have
are not
time.
to have fun. You just leave them to play, and then you're back on your phone or your laptop to do something.
Exactly. But we can't bring them up like that. Yeah, so that's why
we need to engage, interact with our kids. So, I have some questions here that will help us with our discussions today. Well, I believe the talk, you already see how interesting it is. So please, if you have any questions, kindly put it in the comment section, and I would ask our guest and she would answer for us. Okay, so we're looking at the emotional development of a child. Briefly, what does that entail for children?
Okay.
And what are some of the signs that may suggest that a child is struggling emotionally? Because we don't really look at that. When it comes to the health, we're looking at, if you're hearing why she or this or that. But then the emotional aspects.
Yeah. So usually whenever we talk about emotions, it has to do with how we manage that soft part of us. When I say soft part, the things you don't see. And so how does a person behave when they are sad? How do you see that somebody is happy? How do you see that? Sorry.
Sorry. Please take your time.
Sorry. Okay. So yes, it's basically the development of their foundational well-being. Okay. So how they behave, if somebody is just there, how they process things, which has to do with the mind, which has to do with the brain. And so how do people react when they are angry? If the person is not happy, how do you see it? You don't. How do people even become aware of themselves that when I get angry, this is what I do? And so in interacting with people, whenever they get angry, they know how to manage themselves on how to relate better with people. So basically, when you talk about the emotional well-being of children or even any individual, it's just how they manage their anger, how they manage their feelings, their expressions. Exactly. Yes, that's basically what it is. Now, usually the components that make up this psychological development is our emotional awareness. So understanding you as a person. Some of the kids, when they are happy, you see them jumping around, they look very excited, they are all over the place. Some can be happy and they will just be there. They probably won't express it. Some people, when they are sad, maybe you see them coiled up. They are sitting somewhere quietly. You can tell that something is certainly wrong.
With the person.
Some may also never express it. There are people that even watching them, you can't tell whether they are happy or not. I have seen people who don't laugh. And so even when they are excited, you don't see it.
Don't see it.
They won't express it in any way for you to see that, oh, they are happy about something. If they are sad, you don't see it. They always have a straight face. So it's difficult for you to even tell that, oh, they are happy about something or they are not. Secondly, in doing that, how do they regulate these emotions? So that if I'm angry, how do I go about it? What is the extent I can go in my anger? If I am grieving, what is the extent to which I will grieve such that it doesn't affect my mental health? That is something that nobody is taught. We all figure it out as we grow. You are not told you will get to a point where it's part of life. You will get to that point where you are going to be grieving, but nobody talks about it. And so you are hit with it and you realize that no, this is a different phase altogether and you have to figure it out. In fact, over the weekend, I chanced upon something, a couple. I think the lady died and then 2 months after, the gentleman also passed. And someone was saying that it's because he just couldn't handle the grief. You see, imagine there are kids. Now the two of them are gone.
What happens to the kids?
Exactly. And that is because nobody knows how to manage this. Nobody is helping anybody. We assume that you'll figure it out. Yes, and it's difficult. So these are some of the things that we are saying that we need to talk about. Again, it helps you identify who you are. Okay, so that I know that usually when you do something and I don't like, I withdraw. And so you will see that, no, this lady, the way she's not really talking to me or coming in, maybe I've done something, I need to find out. Okay, so people get to know themselves. And once they know that this is how they are, they know who to relate with and they know how to relate with people. And you also learn to appreciate people for who they are. The fact that I'm quiet doesn't mean everybody else should be quiet.
Should be quiet to know.
You see. And so people who think, I usually tell my kids that don't think that even either in a school setting or anywhere, don't think that anybody is asking a stupid question. There's nothing like a stupid question. My daughter talks a lot. Like, she will ask you all sorts of questions that sometimes, she will ask the question, she'll start laughing because she knows that she simply shouldn't have asked this question, but she would. And I mean, their siblings will usually say, oh, you. And allow her. She wants to know. If that's what she wants to know, I will tell her, we'll explain to her for her to understand. But how many people will understand this? And then we tend to tag them as they talk too much. Yes. Oh, you express yourself too much. And even in our setting, they are seen to be disrespectful. Yes, because they are expressing themselves. They are way and But really, that's how, and then Kolano, that is how they are. Yeah. So if you don't find a way of understanding them, it will be difficult. And if you get above, some of them, they don't mind. They will still do what, but some will also coil back and decide not to talk around you. Yes. They'll keep everything else to themselves and then just be in their corner. When they realize that they have people who will listen to them, they will speak to them. If God is not on your side and they are speaking to the wrong person, I mean, you and I know what's gonna happen. So these are some of the things. And then they learn also to attach, whether to be emotionally attached to people or not. Because if they don't know how to go about it, I was telling my children that it is not wrong to be angry.
Okay.
It is not wrong. And I think even the Bible talks about it. So it is part of the emotions. It is not wrong to worry. You are human. In as much as we believe that God will provide all things, you are human. There are times that you just can't see the end of something. You are anxious. You see, recently my daughter stood for the position of the head girl, and I remember the day to the time, she was like, I'm anxious. I said, oh, it's normal, but you'll be fine. Just don't think too much about it. Our time, who are you? Do you even know what it means to be anxious? That you are saying, all you know is that you are. Yes, all you know is that you just have this tension. You don't know how to manage it. And it's all over the place. Exactly. I remember when I was going to write my BEC, I had gone to my grandmother, who was a nurse at the time. And then I came back home because I was going to prepare for the next day that morning. I'll never forget this because in fact, it's one of the reasons why I have always wanted, I'm very particular about this emotional thing. So I came back home and all of a sudden I started running temperature. I felt sick. which to me, I think it was just the anxiety of the exam. But my mother just couldn't understand this.
What was going on?
So what do you mean? You are coming from a nurse's house and you are now telling me that you are ill. What is wrong with you? And then she started making all sorts of allegations. You know, so I'm like, you don't know me. Even you as my mother, you don't know me. Because even my teachers would not even have such...
reacted that way.
Exactly, but that is it. And so for me, if my child is anxious and I'm saying, oh, please get used to it, move that thing. No. I need to help them to get around this because it is part of life. They will be worried sometimes. If they don't, they will be disappointed. And children need to know that you will be disappointed.
At some point
yes,
in
I
time.
usually tell them that it's not every time that whatever you ask, you will be given. And don't take it that we don't have it. That's why we are not giving you. But you need to understand that that is life. You won't get everything you want. So there are things you have that other people don't have. There are things people will have you will never have. So don't think that whatever you ask, it will be given. Oh, you want this and it's done. It's not going to happen. So sometimes you'll be disappointed. Sometimes you think that, oh, this thing, when I ask you, give it to me. But you come in and you don't get. Why? It's because we want them to know that it's part of life. You will be disappointed sometimes as you grow. And so you learn how to manage. When you are disappointed, what do? You asked for something. You didn't get it. Doesn't mean you go to a friend to get it. That's not it. You learn to live without it. For the things that we know are very important are your needs. Those ones we will provide. But every other thing, we will do it as and when we want to do it. And you can't tell us what to do. And that doesn't mean that you should get it from somewhere else. Now, I always tell them that, you know, God has a way of, eventually I will get to know. If you think you will go and take it outside and I will never get to know.
No, mommy will definitely know.
Some way, somehow, I will get to know. Sure. And I think it's happened a couple of times for them to know that, no, whatever it is, eventually I will get to know. And so with time, they learn to get used to some of these things. And so for me, it is okay to be angry. It is okay to be worried. It's okay to be happy. There are days that
to be angry.
To be angry. How do you go about this? And I think that is why we are saying that we need to do better with our children.
We surely do need to do better. I lost my grandma this year and we buried her in August. And at a point in time, I realized one of my little cousins wasn't around. So I asked his mom, where's this boy? I was like, if you only we've been searching for him. So at that time, we were busy going about 7 guests and all that. But then later I said, I was like, he couldn't handle that. Because we didn't see him on Saturday. Friday, I remember the Friday evening, he wasn't around. Saturday, I didn't see him at the house, at the church. Sunday too, I didn't see him. So that was when I asked the mom. And after I sat back, I was like, no, probably he doesn't know how to handle the grief because he had been in the house with grandma till she passed. And he couldn't stand seeing her being laid in state because we laid her in the house before we moved her to church. I was like, whoa, how do we handle this? How do we talk to this boy? So I just told the mom that, sorry to speak Ghana, Shile, allow him, just leave him, let him be. Don't force him.
This, yes.
Yeah, don't force him. At his own time, he will come. Find time and talk to him. I've not really done that before. Personally, it's difficult for me when someone loses a loved one to go and talk to the person. I really find it difficult.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things that
I don't know how to go about. The first I tried doing that, I was like, please tell me it's not true. I'm like, how do you go and ask someone? How can someone lie about?
I keep saying this, that usually when someone is grieving, if it's one of the ways of even knowing how to handle emotions, because once you know, and I always say, if it hasn't happened to you before, you don't get it. No matter how you think you've lost relatives, if it's not very close to you, like you say, your grandmother, somebody you have lived with, you don't get it. And so sometimes you will go to somebody who has lost someone, and you think that is the forum to go and ask all manner of questions. That's not the place. Oh, what happened? Why didn't they stop? Why did they take them to a particular place?
Mind is
at that point, yes. But if you are not emotionally intelligent, these are the questions you will go and be asking. and you add to people's sorrow. And that's why you need to raise children who are emotionally intelligent, such that they have empathy for other people, so that they know that, oh, my friend is not in a good place. This is not the
Time to discuss this.
Yeah, this is not the time. This is not the time to say this. My friend lost a parent. Oh, what can I do? This is not the time to fight. This is the time that even if the person does something, I should be able to forgive. I should be able to cut them some slack because they are not in a good place at the moment. So these are some of the things we want to imbibe in the children, so that they know that these are part of us. These are emotions that even adults deal with every single day, but we don't talk about it. And we also leave them to figure things out themselves. So once you help them build themselves up, they know how to go about some of these things. And for grieving, I think it's a big thing that we really need to talk, because everybody is, you are always surprised by it, and then you begin to, I remember when we lost our mom, my sister couldn't handle it at all. Constantly. I cry, but I mean, I am older, and so after crying, you get back to we need money to do this, and so there are issues to handle, so you can't even keep your head down all the time. I had children that the more you cry, they are broken.
They're also worried.
Yes, this is their grandmother. Already, they don't even understand what is happening. How do I make them understand? And these are some of the things we are talking about. So now, for example, my children, I'm not sure they ever thought that they will lose a grandparent. My mother was very close to them. Now she's no more. Okay, so mommy, what is going to happen now? At a point, they couldn't even sleep in their room. Yes, so it became that serious. I'm sure maybe some parents, you will force them to go in there, go and sleep. What has that got to do? No. You need to go through with them. You need to let them understand that it is part of life. And luckily for us, we Christians, at least we have the Bible to help us. So the Bible tells us that it is appointed unto us once to die. And recently I was speaking with them, and we were talking about rapture, and we were talking about the second coming of Christ. And I said, even the Bible says that at that time, blessed are those who are dead, because the tribulation, it's not funny. You will wish you were dead. And that's why even in our mourning and even in our grieving, we take consolation in the fact that those who die in the Lord will rise up again. And they've gone to a better place. So it's difficult to part ways, and that's one of the emotions. It's always difficult to say goodbye. Even when we went to school, SS, when you are coming home, it's so difficult. Everybody is crying because you are saying goodbye. There are people you may not see again. There are people you may see in the university. You complete university, you are leaving, you are working, you are moving to another job. It's always difficult to say goodbye, which is fine. So if you feel like crying, cry. That's how we go about it. You know, if you feel like crying, you are leaving your friends, cry.
Let it out.
Let it out. That's how you handle your emotions. If you feel like being quiet, just be quiet. If that's how you handle your emotions, okay? So we need to let them understand. They can express it, and you help them. So like this grieving. So we kept reading the Bible, learning, so they get to know that, oh, yes, it's difficult because we are saddened that she's leaving us. But she's going to a better place. She's going to be with the Lord, and we too will join her in, I mean, today, with what's happening, every single day you are hearing younger people dying here and there. Children, people are leaving their children. And I tell them that tomorrow I may not be here. I know that those times when you are saying, hey, everybody don't say that. But it's part of life. I think that now we've all come to realize that. And so you bring them up to understand that this can happen to anybody. When it happens, how do you go about it? You will cry. You will weep. You will go through it. It's a phase. It will come to an end. And then you pick the pieces of your life, and then you move on again. Exactly.
So then how can parents create a home, such an environment that fosters this emotional stability that we want?
Right. So I think the first thing I will talk about is open communication. Okay.
Especially in our setting.
Exactly.
How do we do it?
Open communication. That's why I said pick a specific time where, I know we are all busy, we all keep moving around during the week, on weekends, maybe on Sundays when everybody is preparing to go. Just 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Sometimes you could even be sleeping. you just lie on their bed, lie on with them, and then you just have a chat with them. Okay, so during the week, what is the worst thing that happened to you? Oh, you'll be surprised the kind of things they will tell you. Oh, what really made you happy this week? Oh, okay. Why? What happened in school? Oh, this person is doing this. This person is bullying me and I don't like it. What happened? What did you do? I mean, typically they won't say what they did. They will tell you what others did that they didn't like. And then you let them understand that people handle emotions differently. Some people, when they're angry, they want to hit people. And that's how we help them. So once you are telling me that, oh, this person did this, he hits me, and I also hit, I said, you need to manage your anger. If they don't know how to do that, you need to draw their attention. You can't hit someone when you are angry. Calm down. If you are angry, you calm down. I have a boy. My first is a boy,
Okay.
so he's older. And I always tell him, and I keep drawing his attention because he has a tendency. He's very active. He's a footballer, so you can imagine. And sometimes the kind of games he'll be playing with them, you just, before you know it, or somebody is down on the floor. He's, yes, those kind of things. And I keep drawing his attention that I am not raising a woman beater, so you can't be beating your sisters.
Right from home.
Yes. So I said, have you seen your father raise his hand on me before? You said no. I said yes. And I said, that's how it starts. You would think that you are playing with them. Oh, they hit you, you hit them. But that's how it starts. And so you get very angry and you push them. You are very angry and you hit them. And I was telling you, that's a typical example of what we saw recently in this video of the military officer or whatever hitting. How angry can you get for you to hit somebody you don't even know? Not to talk of a woman. You get it? And that is because these people, they don't know how to manage their anger. Because if I've been taught that, okay, if I get angry, I cannot attack anybody. I can't hit anyone. Worst case, if you think you are very angry,
Just
move away.
Move away from
Yes,
the
so
situation.
move away. So if you think your sisters, and for me, I tell them, if you're angry, come and tell me. If you're angry in school, go and tell your teacher. If they don't do anything about it, you come and you tell us, and we will take it up. So these are some, we need to create that environment where they feel free to speak, they are comfortable to express themselves, to tell us everything. One time I was saying that my daughter told me, through some of these interactions, that she's realized that when we are together and she's not around, it takes us a very long time to realize that she's not there.
Yeah.
I had never realized this. And I said, really? And you know, typical parent, I was going to defend myself. I said, oh, are you sure? But I know that if I don't do, okay, I said, oh, usually I feel you want to be alone. So sometimes when you are not here, but I think daddy does better because, and my husband is very good at that. The moment he enters, okay, he sees this person, where is this person? He will usually ask. So when she's not around, he will ask, where is this girl? Oh, she's here, call her. And then she'll come say, and I said, oh, but daddy does very well with us. That's because he's a second born. Let me tell you something. I'm sure one of the questions about the social media. So some of the things they watch show them that second borns are treated in a certain way. So in her mind, she's a second born. And so we don't pay attention to her. Your attention is on your firstborn because you want him to set the pace. You want him to do better. You want so they will follow. Okay, so for that one, and for some parents, like because it's your first, usually they are the first.
Yes, so
you
give
bond
them
a
all
lot.
the
You give them all the
attention.
attention. Then the second comes. Okay, we figure it out. Then the last is your last baby. Everything you want to do it for them. You want to. I mean, if you are lucky to have more than that, you continue like that. But they feel neglected. And in fact, it wasn't just her. Even my husband had said it before, that he feels that because he's a second born, nobody pays attention to him. So I was really taken aback when she said that. And she even gave me instances when they were watching something and they say that second borns are treated like that. I said, my goodness, don't feel like this. Don't feel like this. I apologize, but that's... And so going forward, what do? We make a conscious effort to do better. Okay, so we need to also validate their emotions. Like I said, if they are angry, recognize that they are angry. Sometimes if your child...
We like to dismiss their emotions a lot.
If your child is angry, give them time. Allow them to... Okay, they are angry because they didn't get something. They are disappointed and that's why they've withdrawn. Allow them. Let them go into their corner, get angry, squeeze themselves, do all the things. Are you done? Are you okay? Just relax. It's like that. You will get it. You will get there. They are disappointed. For example, if she didn't win this competition, what's the worst? I know she'll be down. She'll be disappointed. If it means crying, I told her that if you have to cry, just cry a little, but don't be dramatic about it. Just cry a little and then you move on. Exactly. And then we should give them consistent support. Like I said, you mentioned that your cousin didn't know how to go about this grieving. He needs somebody to talk to. He needs somebody to let him know that grandma is gone. Some of us are here to support. Some of us are here that you can talk to. And in support, whatever the grandma used to do for her, somebody needs to step in. At least in the meantime, there are people that depend so much. Maybe grandma, anytime Obeko will be our grandma, there's biscuit to give. There's toffee. There's something to give.
Checking
Now,
up on you. Have you eaten?
she's
Are you
not
okay?
there.
Who'll be
They
doing
are
that?
not getting that. So you need to, for instance, when my mom, she used to come from Kumasi, and Kumasi near my food. So whenever she's coming with a lot of goodies. Like even when my mother is coming with food stuff, rest assured, they know that there are shoes in there. They know that there are dresses in there. My daughter will say, "Oh, these things, me, I know. There are dresses in there. There are shoes in there." Yes, because that's what she does. Now she's not there. So do I then say, oh, I can't go and buy these shoes because she used? No. Which means I need to step up and make sure they don't lack in that regard. Just so it is not for them to forget her, but not to just widen that gap. You get it? So to at least
leave
help
a hole in
a
there.
hole
and
in there, and every time they keep
trigger-
grieving. And that's what I've been trying to do for even my sister. She is older, but I try as much as possible to help in any way I can. Because I know that if my mom were to be around, there are things that she needs that my mom will provide. But now she's not there. Am I going to make her every time remember that, Mama Waha, Mama Waha? So we need to step up and help them navigate these things. Children who have lost their parents, the caregivers should step in and lessen that burden because already they are going through a lot. I was listening to a child's tribute and she was like, who will take us to the playground? Who will do this with us? And it's sad. Does that mean that nobody in the family can do this for these children? Somebody should take it up. Once in a while, take them out somewhere. Once in a while, cook their favorite meal. Once in a while, have a chat with them. Listen to what they have to say. And in that way, you are helping them in one way or the other. They don't have to be your own kids. It could be a sister's kids. It could be a family member, anybody. We should be able to stand up for these children. We should be able to listen to them. We should be able to support them in church. In your church, they come to you. These are things we have gone through. They are around us. You can tell them something. Oh, if you get angry, don't do this. Don't hit anybody. If you're sad, talk about it. If it's something that you want anybody to know, let's talk about it. And so constant engagement for me, and we should support their interests. I think that's one of the things we need to do better. We need to support the children in everything they are doing. My daughter just walked to me and said, I'm going to stand for the position of the head girl. I said, hey, madam. And then it just dawned on me. I said, no, encourage her. I said, oh, that's good. I'm happy you said you want to do it. We'll give you all the support that you need. Oh, the next day, her father has gone to print banners, print flyers, and all that. We are supporting her. We came back, she said, oh, I've written my manifesto. Go through it for me. We went through it. We said, oh, all the best. Oh, so now you have to do this. So you see how we encourage her.
Nurturing her leadership skills.
Exactly. You see, for a girl to walk to you and say, hey, those times I don't even want anybody to see me. But to have a girl like that, I'm like, oh, I'm blessed to have a girl who actually knows what she wants and she wants to go for it. I'm happy. I said, all the best. So we need to show interest in the things they do. If your child is taking awards in school, show up for them. Be happy with them. Your child is doing something in church. Be there. My husband doesn't come to our church now. But anytime any of the children is doing anything, he's there. And I mean, sometimes when people see him, hey, today there you are, he said. So I told him that, forget about them. You are not there because of anybody.
Because of your kids.
You are here because of the children. And you see, they feel proud to see him that he is coming to watch them. He is coming today because of them. That's it. Your child is there for me. He's there for me. He is there because I am here. Your child is taking an award in school. You need to cut some of these things and make time for your children. If your child is graduating, you have to be there. That is not the time to, unless Ebia any Bibia, very important, Abishia. Aside that, Obia ye, you can leave it and be there for your children. You don't allow other people to. And so they will say that, oh, just yesterday, unfortunately, I had to be somewhere else. My daughter had to be at a party. He said, they said everybody should bring their parents to come and dance. You were not there. I said, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to be somewhere, but I will make up. And so the next time I need to make sure that I am there. I cannot afford not to be there. You get it. So it's difficult, but we always have to be there for them. We always have to make that conscious effort to say that I want to be there for my daughter. I want to be there for my son. He's doing this. Even when they fail. Failure is another part of emotion. Yeah. It is part of life. It's not every time that you get it. We've all made mistakes. And I tell them that mistakes is part of life. Yeah. The last time I was saying that if they break a plate, you are so angry. Whose plate should they go and break? It is your not yours. I'm telling you. They will start with your plate before they go on to other people's plate. You get it. So it's fine. Yesterday they told me, oh, my sister scratched my car. So what could I possibly do? And they are like, and I said, it happens. It could have been me, myself. So
then what would you do?
Is that why I'm going to be angry? No, you need to manage it. So previously, maybe it wasn't like that, but I've learned that mistakes are part of life. Even when we're in school, when you get the grade you don't want, you are sad. Yeah. You don't even know what to do. We need to tell them that it's part of life. Today you didn't do it, but you can do better. So the next time, do something different. Do it differently. If you were playing too much, reduce the play, do something better, and you will improve. So they realize that, fine, failing or making mistakes is part of life. And that's so they don't start hiding from you when they make the mistakes, because they feel that you will hard on them. Exactly. You see, you'll be hard on them, you judge them, they didn't meet your expectations, so they are so no. Let them know that if they fail, you are here. If they are making it, you are here with them. Yes. And then we help them to build up on all these things. Okay. Yeah.
Well, so now, as the discussion is going on, my mind is going this way. We are talking about children. Now let's look at the older ones, young adults. How do we handle, we've not had that kind of conversations with them as parents. Yeah. How do you start it? How do you help them? Yeah. Because then they've built something already. They've got it to a particular point. How then do you bring in the conversation? I've had that before, and it's quite tough. And I'm like, you don't know me. Yeah. So don't be too hard. Don't push it. Yeah. Probably there's a parent watching, and has to do with older children. Kids, yeah. How do you start this conversation?
It's rather unfortunate that, but I mean, better late than never. It's so difficult sometimes when you want to start these conversations, but you have to start anyway. Even there's one lady in church, after my talk, and then she reached out and she said, oh, her daughter is 10. She's never had this discussion before, but she wants to start. I said, oh, you can start from somewhere. So sometimes you are in the kitchen, you are anywhere. You just, so you who are your friends? You see, that's why I said sometimes we, the parents, we are too uptight. Yeah. We need to calm down. We need to come to their level to understand what they are going through. So I realized, hey, you haven't even seen any friend of yours. So you in the school, who is your friend? Oh, okay, this guy. There's a new girl in our class who is this. I said, oh, interesting. And then who? Oh, okay. So how do you usually interact with them? Okay. They will say something. So what makes you happy? I've never seen you do. So when you're happy, what do you do? What do you do? Oh, me when I'm, when they are older, the moment you start, they'll start laughing. You get it? Yeah. So if you have like a 13-year-old, 15, oh, they will start like, but why are you asking me this now? Why are you today? What is happening? And then they don't know. Yeah. And then they will beside me and say, me person me also men yes. But one will say, you can't go too hard. As a parent, that's the most important thing. Oh, there be another person me and now they catch me to say, what do you want to do? And say, if we parents, we don't pay attention to them, you don't even know what interests them. So, for example, if you have a 17-year-old son, by now, when we say, it's either say up a football and a game. And most of the time, you're glued to either a tablet or
a PC.
Nti wa connect nene de den na wo hwe na we de na omo ye wo honom oh we na nti we a wo hwe de ben de na boy o ma hyesen be crowd be a missy maybe and to the boy and no penny idea when he home. Oh, they be say, yeah, me. You see, you get them to talk. Into where when you home, apart from no, unye bibia bioma. Oh, and say, boy, me Pia Bonting, boy, me Qua Montina. Me name me nam for akobonko wana sometimes me call party ana sometimes me say oh ukra me hu wadam for biada. You see, it generates the conversation. When you say what's not important, it will come by itself. The more you interact with them, the more. So we as a parent, as a over form to the level, no. No money who say why you're ready. You don't necessarily need to go and say that now I'm interested. Now I want to know. No, you don't need to. No. Just start the conversations in kakran. Eh, nana say po me who say ni say ni say unti usu koskua. Say neti SS. Yes, say mo kwa. Say ni say ah sa ye kwa omo ye say no omo aduane omo de ma ye kra ye nso nti wo ye den aduane am de ma we say wo kwa because you see recently I heard something and it was very sad that SSEI and you know now because of how the system is it be more very early.
Yeah.
It's a bit more below the age, the usual age that we used to go to SS. No, they are there. These are children who know nothing about what they want. They know nothing about even what is happening in the world today. And they go and they fall victims in the hands of all manner of people. Also, you call your no almost 30, you know. Maybe I'll dining or call your and snow no mama no. Oh, J fish, oh, J way, oh, J Adriane. So they started giving him phone to use when he wants to call and all that. And then he became friends. Now, when they are going out, oh, yeah, uncle. Oh. And he started going out with them. So apparently when he came home, yes, why are withdrawn? He was in the room throughout. And so parents, yeah, ma war SS no. Yeah, ma yenin koye ho. Yeah, ma yenin ko mo ho. Akola or school very bubbly. Obaye, why of course. You know, sometimes we think, say, or my do teenage.
And teenagers behave that way, so it.
Na ye buye ni aguso ni eja omo. Please. They are going through a lot that they can't even talk about. Enti wa in the beginning no. Say you are going to have to do with the hard way. Enti obaya wa ye din no. Ni papa almost say ne swate dodo and they kept asking said then I also are you okay? Are you okay? And in our minds almost call SS bar no swate. But this one was out of them. Enti almost say they were worried. So ni papa say oh sorry em san anajo or sorry then he could hear sakola ni su them. And then he asked him to open the door. Okoye say I don't know who su anajo say na osu. Had to talk and sana all open up that he had been sodomized. How did this start? And that's what I was narrating to you. They started omuman in your kitty oh beje oh jiwe oh jiwe oh yeah oh beni uncle.
So now he couldn't say no.
Yes, he didn't even see it. He didn't realize it. Also almost a call party into omuko. The next morning or sorry you know he was in bed naked.
Jeez.
How do you expect your child to come and tell you this? It's difficult. On one kasakura de mano. It was your yare. And when he fell sick, yes. You begin to judge them. Into your can. Also yare. Man in room ya. And then he started getting better. So imagine saying nyanya kane papa and a man is sorry at that time. This child will go through this all by himself. But now you give him the assurance. Say, listen, we are here. But we will help you get out of this and going forward. And that is because all konokra, you didn't see the need to let him know. Say, this is real. Oba be me koskwa e wo ho as a sa mani who say e wo ho. Akola oko SS. He should know. E manu e wo ho. You have a bed. Sleep on your bed. And ya fe na okodo obi mpaso. No, because a lot happens at night. A lot happens at night.
And how they even go to bed. Yes. What to wear to bed. Exactly.
Inti one church and sa nema ni nyina na wo jai omo say o oko school inti we jai no say emwa inti we have a lot to do. We have a lot of talking to do. For me it's the talking. Unya start here. You realize say inti unya ne start pe afi o issue bi obeba. Obeba be catch oh this is my child. And then when they realize you are not judging them, they feel free to tell you things. And ye bibiana say be yanso ya mistakes. We've learned from it. Let's allow them to make their mistakes and learn from it. I mean, that's one thing I keep telling them. It's not everything I'll tell you. And then many people remember also like my daughter or pack of colors, you don't need it in school, don't take it. she decides to take it. And no, see me in wire. I said, I told you, and you learn from your mistakes. The next time, I'm sure you won't take this thing back to the school. You've learned it the hard way. Yes. Until we allow them. Some of them are grave. And nothing I yet try say a but it's here. Don't push them away. You may be disappointed to the highest degree, but don't let them. I say, Abba end. They can pick up again. They can start from somewhere, and it's important we encourage them and help them come out of some of these things. Yeah, so that's what I would say.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Redu. So this is Health Talk on Promise City TV, and we're discussing parenting beyond the surface. It's not just providing them with food, clothing, their fees, and then that's it. There's more to parenting than what we see now. And the fact that there are certain things that we went through growing up, and we don't want to repeat such mistakes with our children or other children around us in our community. Because mind you, if it's going on around you, it will definitely get to you. Okay. So we need to be concerned about not just our kids, but other kids around us in the society. And helping us with the discussion today is Mrs. Eugenia Oredu. She's not a health professional, and I like that, but just has a deep passion for kids' well-being, and that's why she's here with us today. I believe you'll be enjoying the discussion. Please, if you have any questions, kindly put it in the comment section for us, and I'll read it out for her to help us understand it. Okay, so we've really spoken. She spoke a lot. She said a lot so far, and there's this aspect of being strict and gentle as a parent. How do these styles affect a child's confidence and then their emotional health? When do you know to be strict? When do you know to be soft? I mean, recently we saw a shift that, previously we were so strict. Let's allow them. And it's like, now we've allowed so
them too much.
And Yamaya say,
we're allowing them. Where do we draw the balance?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's very true. So, initially, they were very strict, and now we're also giving them too much liberty, too much freedom, that they do things anyhow without any guidance. One of the things I would say is values. You see, when if you are fortunate to now be having children, it's important you let them understand what your values are, that you are imbibing in them, and then they grow having these values with them as well, and what is acceptable and what is not. I mean, like I said, this is a Christian program, and so the Bible is the standard. In as much as, now because the Bible is the standard, and applies to us parents as well, because you need to live the Bible for them to see that the Bible is that practical. And that's where we get all our values from. Yesterday we were coming back from somewhere, and I was telling them that just because you see people do certain things in school doesn't mean that you can do same. And so in this house, you know that certain dresses will not fly here.
Not at all.
So the fact that somebody is doing it outside, it doesn't make it right. And they themselves, they know that there are a lot of things they see on social media that is not even true. Because even their friends, among their friends, there are things that people they know post on social media, and they know that they are not true. So that alone, they know.
Tells them
that it's not everything on social media that's true. So it's not everything that anybody does that is right. They may not have anybody telling them, but it doesn't make it right. So it starts from values. If you let them know what you will tolerate and what you will not, that is a way of bringing them up. And so even before you allow them just do anything, or they begin to do things the way they like, there's a standard. They know what to expect. I play a lot with my children, but when I'm strict on something, they know. So the moment you switch to that mood, they should know that this thing, it won't fly with this woman. No. Some of the things, okay, you can overlook. And it's for us to draw the balance. It's not everything that will get so worked up on. Sometimes, like I said, allow them to make the mistakes. Allow them to have their way. Because you see, when you get too strict too, around you, they won't do it.
So it's be done outside.
Yes.
You can't tell the consequences.
And
there.
you will be surprised the kind of things they will be doing outside that you will not even be aware. So allow them to be themselves around you as well. Inti, fine, maybe I won't tolerate. But I need to let them understand why I will not tolerate. It's not a matter of say I just
don't do it and that's it.
No,
Let the child
there's a
understand.
reason why I am saying sadie we wow. Inti when or start say oh yeah and obey because we who are bonting into obe fear or person oh yes sir. Inti oh yeah no can say oh we wow. Do you know why I'm saying this? It's because of this.
Exactly.
Inti say one hwe ya say and obey and that's why I'm telling you say menye because wow. What I say? But I did be on so obey na esse otia. Because one tia na a car, it will be a problem. It becomes difficult for you to come back. So we know the values that we were imbibed with. We know how we want the children to be. So tell them. Let them understand why you want them to be this way. Let them understand why you want them to be kind. Let them understand why you think they should be respectful. Let them understand why they shouldn't take that which is not theirs. Let them, and I tell them, if you take anything that's not yours, it's stealing. And I don't want to see anybody staying in your bag. Why am I saying that? I was telling my son, say, so usually I'll say he takes food to school, so he has no business even in the canteen. So I was surprised that he goes to the canteen. I said, but you, what is your business in the canteen? He said, oh, my friends, sometimes some of them will be having class and then I have to help them get the food. Otherwise, by the time they are done, the food, I said, oh, okay, so I understand. You are doing it from a genuine heart. But let me tell you, food is very delicate. If anything should happen to any of those children, they will say that you went for the food. So please, avoid it as much as possible. You see the mind with which he was going for the food. It never occurred to him, said, this could be an issue. Only into now better. Yes, I deal with a bit more problem. Obi bags si ho, or sick of a bibi will menko. Because obey to me and Fabibi at their show, into Obiade and Kohon. Obiade, and the last time I was telling them, when I was having a discussion with them on say Obiamo BBB, where D, where I heard say Obima will be top, and now they said Tofikra weed near dear womb.
Yeah.
So onim, it's my catching says I was down for Mount Toffee. A big crowd not Toffee, no, the or no po onim ni for the man no, or share or now so pay or the amount.
So watch it.
Now watch it, only my dear womb. And your cousin go you be had there, and yes, it is for your own good. So into woman it's here, say. This is the reason why I'm. Yesterday I was telling them that anytime I'm with you, maybe I almost say, "Hey, don't do this." And I'm be some say, "Do they know why I do that?" Almost say, "Then I'm say, okay." It is because I have your interest at heart. If you don't turn out well, it will affect me. Any other person, they don't care. It is uncle for no. They will be with you. Because they don't have any interest in you. But yeah, we do. Yes, intino. Nyaya kana msis. And then they be amonti ase. But money kakra, mo beti ase. And yeah, we've been children, and now we are grown. Yenim say some of the things I need a catch and then I hear who say, if it is that time, no better was say. And then it looks difficult. It looks like we are too strict. We are saying. So please, parents, when we need to be firm, let's be firm. When we need to be strict, let's be strict. But balance it and also give them room to make mistakes. And then you use the mistake to correct them. You get to know about the mistake. Use it to correct them and let them understand why you are telling them, say, "Adieu, we are."
Yes, it's true. Auntie, I see no because like they be a menu.
They will carry. If you're quite down for so boba and we are in fiancé. And unfortunately for you, yes, we are fiancé. Immediately fiancé.
But it's true,
exactly. But what man who say you had the end in mind. And nothing I will catch and say, "Memo on your way." Obi so catch and say fiancé. Why am so fiancé? So what is it?
And it will begin to dismiss other things.
All the things you've said, yes, it will dismiss everything. You're Kenyan or bois. Exactly.
So it's best we communicate well and let them understand. I think sometime back here, Kasa about parenting. You can say when you are there and then cry now. Let the child know. Say, I'll get back to. But don't let's leave it hanging.
No. Yes.
Oh, and just say no.
You always come back. You always tell them that I will. In fact, I've never thought of this. I will come back on this question until keep it in mind. And usually, you see, Only omo bonko, omo so omo de o. Say your stories. Who say kasa na ni rain feeder. Oba beka will say kasa de we will talk about it. When are we talking about it? You get it. So they will always remind you, and then you also find answers. If you need to get help, if you need to ask other people who know these things, you ask them, and then they help in ways that they can also assist. Well, yeah.
I think talking to other parents too, from people who have gone ahead of you, they've gone through it. Yes. They've also made their mistakes.
Yes,
they've learned
exactly.
out of it.
I always look at people who have older kids, and I'm like, "Nti say ya nana debia mukasa sa o
kasa de die."
Me say nti say ya na debia na omo konto kwasa ya debia so sa they will grow out of it. Omo nyi no to the only way kasa. Now they have different temperaments too. Omo nti obia ne senia otie obe handle omo we ni before to say we woka chen say onte ase a obete ase we onte ase nti no senia be ka no ansa. And sometimes you even need to lobby them. Even before you do something, just so you manage the expectations. My little one, who saw the idea, man, older sister, na ne bofu. Idea she could be holding one. So to me lobby on once, and before I say this thing is for your sister. You better make sure. I understand. So I realized that she's coming around. She said, "Oh, I'm happy for her. It's good. You see." And then she burst out because she wasn't expecting it. I am not saying that's how it's going to be throughout. But that's a way we are finding to get her out of that situation. And we keep telling life is not all about you. You came to meet them.
Yeah.
So get used to the fact that she can cry over something as simple as or saying artwork. This is the artwork near for saying it.
Oh my God.
And I'm saying, she's older she's older than you. So
she has experience.
Yes, take your time. You will get there. Why are you rushing? You see. So that's how interesting they can be. You can't always win. It's not always about you. There are days that other people will win. You have to be happy for them.
And celebrate.
Celebrate people.
The wins of others.
Yes, celebrate them. Be happy for them. Be genuinely happy for people. You see, into also be idea. Oh, no, also born herself. She's excited for that person. But say na mi boom and so ana me tie mu me kekem. Only say she will build that thing in her towards the sister. It won't say anytime she may not be happy for her, but onka. So obekan ye bekan say
onka.
So pay attention and help her grow out of it. It will take time, but it will work. Interactions. That's why sometimes I mean, the things they do that they don't like.
Okay, amongst
themselves.
Exactly.
At the end of the way, I won't pekra. And at the end of the say he should do better. At the end of the say, and even me, I ask them, what the end of the say I should do better. The end of the me I won't pekra. At the end of the day, will really feed that.
And their parents, I'm not sure.
Yes.
It will be easy for parents to ask your kids to tell you what you do that they are not happy.
But that's how you build a bond. And until when they get to teenage, Satan no why were down for. And two months Satan to me open up can't say, I deal with you. One year, Sunny I say we can many what I say. But because on your own carry no, oh yeah, they are so you on your own, oh yeah, above the law, oh yeah, baby, I want to mean carry I didn't know why you didn't know so sure. Then you do what pleases you. When they get to the time they can do what pleases them. Whatever you say doesn't matter.
Come in.
No. That's not the time you tell what needs to be done. Yes. And also per se, almost baby at every stage they get to know. You want to be able to make an impact. Until you need to start. There are things you do they don't like. Let them tell you. If you can do something about it, you try to work at it. If you don't, if based on me, some of them can say, "Mona mama me bufusa." So please, you know those things that if you stop it, I will stop. Then into a do baby, I also per se. Or Peppa the catch or say, "Adewe, what do you think? Do you think I can go?" One even yemping for you cry. There are people who are very candid with you. When you want to take very important decisions, you go to them.
Exactly.
Because who say or no, say what. So would be more becatcher. And you won't say you are that person that they will always come to because when him say or buy you becatcher know what it is. Whether near all ye and when you say you are that one person who would tell him or her, this thing, it's okay, this thing,
It's not.
you get it. Yeah.
Wow. Parenting, it's not easy at all. It's not easy at all.
But there's grace. There's
Grace abounds. Grace abounds. So God, this has been very beautiful, and I've loved the discussion. I wish we could go on and on and on and on and on, but at some point we would have to definitely draw the curtains on the discussion. Let me see if I have any question at all. We basically addressed a lot of things that I had on my mind to ask. Thank you so much, sis. I can call you sis.
Yeah.
It's been a wonderful discussion. Personally, I've learned a lot, and I believe parents and would-be parents, incoming parents are also picking so that we don't repeat the mistakes of our parents and do better for our kids. And one thing that we touched on that really interested me was the fact that parenting is not just with your biological
Children.
the children around
Exactly.
you, wherever you find yourself, in the community, in church, even at work. Sometimes you have
Exactly.
kids
You have kids come around. Where you
your
see
workplace.
them. Yeah.
Learn to find a balance in there, in correcting them,
Exactly.
speaking to them,
Yeah.
and it will go a long way.
Yeah.
I remember an instance. I was in Kumasi some weeks ago, and I spoke to one JY girl, and I noticed the other lady standing there. But because I went to this person, after talking to her, I went back to my seat. I was like, no, I should have spoken to this girl. So I went to her later. We started a conversation. I realized that, whoa, there's a whole lot.
Yeah. So you
And
see.
I started, I was like, God, I think I didn't miss out on this girl.
Yeah.
But she was going back to school, and it was a lot.
Yeah,
It
there's
was
a lot she wants to talk about.
And I was shocked. She was open. I mean, the hello highs are there, but she was very open now, telling me this.
That's
and
how
that.
open they can get. Oh, they just need that icebreaker. That's how open they can get. The moment they realize that you are ready to listen to them, that's it. That's all it takes.
But if you see her, the way she was standing there, very quiet. I was
Yeah, they have a lot bottled down.
my God. Issues with leadership. And
Yeah.
that's when I told her, look, if the headmistress is saying this, you're a leader. Learn to strike that balance there, because it's going to go a long way to help you. You also need these hours of rest.
Yeah.
So it says by 9 you are supposed to be back in your dormitories. Make sure you have your meetings by 9. Said, oh, the students don't come in early. And I'm like, when you start early, they will learn that they have to come in early.
Yeah. Yeah. And you see, it will interest you to know it didn't even occur to her that, oh, if we start early, other people, you have been there to know that, listen, when you give time, people typically won't come early. But the moment you start doing it early, they will come. You've seen it work. So you see that now that she will realize, I know this well.
And then she's been stressing. So it's like, headmistress, I'm like, yeah, we're always there. Oh, teacher, someone had you. Headmistress, no, boy,
It's always like that, yeah.
But if you learn how to, and thankfully you are the timekeeper too, so you can call the shots. Like, it's time, we're done.
We have to, yes, you finish off and then you move. If you do that 2-3 times, you'll start coming
Everyone will
early.
quickly align to it.
Start coming early.
Personally, I love to engage with them, and I thank God that I didn't miss that moment with that particular girl.
Yeah.
And as you said, they talk about a lot. Once you open up to them and sharing your experiences too.
Exactly.
Oh, it's just been
Exactly.
beautiful. I really miss those times.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful talking to them, and it helps them. You know, they come back. I usually like to also go back to find out, okay, after this conversation,
How did it go?
How did it go this semester?
Yeah.
Oh, it's better this time around. Okay, I encountered this. How do I go about it?
Yeah.
And it's also helping me too. Well, it keeps me on my toes as well. Like, girl, you cannot.
Yes. You have people looking up to you, and
Watching
so
you.
exactly, you just can't do things anyhow. Yeah.
So thank you so much.
you too.
Probably, definitely, we'll come back to this and have more discussions on parenting, different
Sure.
aspects of it. And I believe you've enjoyed. It's not always about diseases. Please, the emotional and psychological health, it's very, very important because a lot of people are carrying so much around.
Baggage, exactly. And I think even in our society now, there are lots of people who don't know how to handle these things, and then they take it out in all manner of things. You hear people killing children, killing their spouses. How do you
How
think
did we get there?
Yes, it's because they don't know how to manage it. So people are insane without even knowing that they are.
It's not being out there in dirty clothes,
No.
wallowing in dirt.
No, they don't. And you ask yourself, at what point did they realize that what they did was wrong? After they are done. It's after they are done. So if they were trained to know that this is how you are, you easily get angry. So if you're somebody who easily gets angry, what do you need to do? Channel it into something else. See, those times when you used to watch movies, you see people always doing art. That's how they channel their. So there are people who, when grieving, they want to draw. And so when he's grieving, they want to draw how they feel. You can get children to do that. So, okay, express yourself. How if you're sad, days that, write it. Today I was feeling this. Get them to write how they feel. They can put it in art. If you are very happy, put it in art. If you're very, and you see, you can tell their joy from even the colors they'll be using. So you see that when they are happy, they use bright colors.
Bright,
they want
beautiful.
to. Exactly. Days that they are down, let them express it. It's rather unfortunate that our educational system doesn't help us to do these things, and that's why we as parents are having to do a lot more. But get them to write how they feel. Let them express themselves. They can even sit and just talk to themselves if that's what will make things better for them. You let them know you are always here if they want to talk about it. Otherwise, they should put it in writing. And you will be surprised that even the way they will write, you will chance upon some of these things. And then you realize that no, your child needs help. They need some form of assistance going through this phase of their lives. And then it helps.
Wow. I'm sure if we don't stop, we'll keep going on and on and on. Personally, I've enjoyed this discussion. I'm really grateful. I've learned so much. And I believe those of us out there have also learned a lot that we're taking out there back to our homes. If you're a parent, you start with your kids and those around you. If you're not a parent, so you still have people around you that you can start with and help nurture them so that they will have an emotionally healthy lifestyle. And it helps us too. I mean, they are our future. So if we want to have a blessed future, a stable future of the country, it depends on the health, for the holistic well-being of our kids today. And so we'll call it an evening. And before I go, let me quickly appreciate our sponsors first. So first I'll have Benbeni Travel and Consult, and they are into any traveling. So if you need to prepare your documents to travel outside the country, if you need a passport, as I always say, if you don't have a passport, please, you can't go outside the country. You need a passport to travel. So if you need this or any assistance with your traveling documentations, please contact them or see them at Foriko Mall or Su. Their contacts are on the screen and you can call them to help you. Then we have Frobe Automations. If you need roofing, block making machines, any construction machines for batch plants, whether installation, servicing, repairs or maintenance on these machines, please locate them at Amasama Ajinkutuku or call them on the number on your screen. Lighters Media. So if you have any photography or videography needs, if you need any graphic designs done for you, branding of items, t-shirts, caps, anything at all that has to do with multimedia, please call them. Their numbers are on the screen, sorry. So contact them and then they would help you get these items done for you. Also, Prissy Logistics, she's located at Tema Community 5 behind the Hunch Catering Services. And the services she offers includes clearing of goods and services. It could be imports, it could be exports. If you need freight managed for you or any door-to-door service, please, she's a call away or you can walk to her office at Tema Community 5. And Decovas Enterprise, for any decor, for your events, parties, weddings, engagements, even office events, dinner, you name them. She is there to get it done for you according to your taste. Classic. She's located at our Committee 2, opposite the Committee 2 post office. Her number is also on the screen. You can call her and she will get it done for you. Then we have Crash Makeovers Beauty Parlor. They are at Committee 1 and they offer these services. It could be your hair, your wigs revamping or new wigs done for you, makeup for an event, any event at all. If you need bridal makeup too, they are there for you. If it's kids' hair that you need to braid, we talked about kids today. They need special care and attention. They have the time and the patience to attend to your kids. So you can call them and they will offer you the service that you need. Then your salvation is now. Abba Partners, they are the proud and main sponsors of Your Salvation is Now Crusade. If you want to be a partner of this mission, kindly call the number on your screen and they will discuss the terms and conditions to be a partner and support this great purpose. Okay, so thank you for joining us. If you have any products or services you need to advertise as well on this channel, feel free to call the number on your screen. That is 0243804676, and you would have your products here on this channel. All right, so we'll call it an evening. I believe you've enjoyed today's discussion. It's been on parenting beyond the surface, building the emotional health, child's emotional health, okay? Building emotionally healthy children. And our guest for today has been Mrs. Eugenia Redu. She's a real estate consultant, but very, very passionate about kids, and she's learned a lot into that and helped so many kids, so many parents. So, is it okay to have your contact out there to reach out to?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so please, I'll let her do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I can be reached on 055 955 9960. 055 955 9960.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Oredu, for joining us on the show. We've been really blessed. Really blessed. Okay, so if you have any real estate needs, please, she's the right person to talk to. And you need to talk to her concerning your kids as well too. Yeah, she's there to help you. Okay, so we'll call it a night and we'll see you same time next week on Health Talk. My name is Abigail Kwe and I've been your host. See you. Bye-bye for now.
Don't look at what you are going through.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't look at what you are going through. There is deity in Volta region. There is an idol in your father's house, and a battle your ministry and your calling. But only the purpose of God concerning your life will prevail.
Jesus.
Me share na me way. It was so small years. Seek the face of God for 3 days, and the diet. Sarah the say that day in Sion Topa. Sarah said that day, no, let it rain. After the 3 days, come and see me. We'll take it from there. You are frustrated, you are disturbed, or 2024. I see
Jesus,
the great mighty hand of God in your life.
Amen.
Now I make some charo. One shot. If it's a ne, I be on end no. Maybe I am sorry no. So far in the number. One share, 1 or 2 BBC. Now be frasoro. Uni hobio. What do you want to talk about den?
Bounce up, Mago Sano. Oh, Abraham Bounce, let me look at you.
By
Bounce
the
up.
end of this year, something will happen. Me who say we free. Me wa life asem bi ma no mo yedu. Enka me kan. Maka obe free ho anka free ho nyansam. E obi na yesa. Me hu obi a osompa for some time. Abigail. Me kwa sorry. Nso makoma ni hobi. What's it say?
I'm pas sure say nyao kan nyina ye pepepe.
Your life can make some chero. Me hu say what da. Na me hu say what sorry. In our spiritual labor room in the month of September, we will choose faith over fear.
Amen.
One song can see my use. With faith, I will get there. With faith, you will get married. With faith, you will have what is yours. With faith, the restoration is coming. With faith, your expectation will come alive. Come on, receive grace.
I receive it.
Come on, receive grace.
I receive it.
Come on, receive grace.
I receive it.
Come on, receive.
I receive it.